me, Bob did agree, and this a sort of late video on E3 2016. I'm going to talk about a few of the games that really caught my interest and one that really didn't. I may make another video like this, but for right now, I want to keep this video short and get my quick thoughts out there. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is Sea of Thieves for the Xbox One, developed by Rare. And pretty much, I was excited about this game in last year's E3. Didn't really show much gameplay, but this year they did. And I'm liking it so far, although they really show up so multiplayer. Sorry if I'm not putting this on full screen. It keeps on messing up my recording every time I try. But I'm going to show off some gameplay over here while I talk about my thoughts. Now, the multiplayer looks pretty fun. I'm not a big fan of multiplayer myself, mainly because I feel like I go let the other team down. But they did announce some single player elements, which I don't recall them showing off. But based on the footage on last year's E3, it looks more like a adventure MMO game, and I'm hoping they make some reference of Project Dream, which I'm sure that being aware that they go has some Easter eggs of the other games. But this is pretty much the footage that they show off at the Microsoft press conference. As you can see, there's people trying out the game. They said they're not actors, but I'm pretty sure they are. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the game looks pretty gorgeous nonetheless, and they really show off since the pirate ship battles going against the other team there. Looks pretty really well realistic as you imagine a pirate game at least. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not going to say this game's going to bring Rare back to its glory like they did in the 1990s and early 2000s, but I think this could be a good start for them. Next off, we're going to show off Scalebound from Pratin Games. Now, I'm a big fan of Pratin Games myself. Let's start the fish over here. There we go. Like I was saying, I'm a big fan of Pratin Games myself. Big fan of Bayonetta series. I like the Okami. And Mad World is definitely an underappreciated game. And definitely the 101. The wonderful 101, excuse me. That was launch title for the Wii U. I wish that game did a lot better in sales. But Scalebound, on the other hand, it doesn't really interest me. You're pretty much this guy who's controlling this dragon. And I'm not sure what was I expecting for Scalebound. But it just seemed too slow paced of a game. This is well, to me it's kind of unusual because I'm used to the fast paced Pratin games. Although Mad World is kind of slow paced itself, but I feel like you can put off lots of combination in there. Although this is just only one trailer of how the game plays, but it looks pretty slow. I'm sorry if I'm pausing here. I'm doing this unscripted, but there's not really much to talk about this game. I guess it kind of reminds me of God of War, or I guess Bayonetta, since we're talking about Pratin over here. That you attack this giant enemy, and pretty much once you get that weak spot, you keep mashing buttons. But it seems too slow paced to be that kind of game. I guess what they're going for is like a Shadow of Colossus or maybe Legend of Zelda game, which is fine, but I just feel like it's not mixing very well. Even though I never played Shadow of Colossus, but I like Legend of Zelda, even though I'm not the huge fan of that. But I get to that, a little bit later. But this one's be honest, not really connecting with me. I'm sure it's going to be a fine game, and maybe I try that one day, but I'm not really any hurry to get this game and put it in my Xbox One. Alright, the next one is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I keep on wanting to call it Breath of Wind. I guess because, they're in this open area where, it's beautiful and all that wind's blowing, but it's Breath of the Wild. And like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of Legend of Zelda. That's really more my cousin's territory, and I'm pretty sure she's very excited about this game. Oh yeah, and sorry if I'm not showing any video footage like I did with the other two, but every time I show Nintendo footage from Nintendo's own site, I pretty much get hit with a copyright strike, so forgive me if I'm taking the cheap way out. But as you can see here, the game's looking pretty good. I'm definitely going to get this out for the Nintendo NX. It really got me interested in the Zelda series again. So much so that I actually bought a Legend of Zelda game, Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And I really do want to catch up with this series. One reason is that the game's way too long, and as a reviewer myself, like maybe not every game, but most of the games that I buy, like to review it like in the future, whether if it's right now or maybe a year or two later on. But I do want to review this game and get the NX copy. Even though I'm going to keep my Wii U, and this game was originally meant for the Wii U by itself, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure the NX version would be the better version, and hopefully, it will kickstart the NX console, great, and like the Wii U did. Let's move on to okay. Yeah, there we go. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Not much to say about this one. You got the new Stardust Pokemon, and you got people making fake art over here, which is, I'm going to assume that's supposed to be Mega Ho-Oh and Mega Lugia. I'm pretty sure that's fake. If it's not, then please correct me on that. I haven't heard any new Mega forms yet. I would go on Serby.net, but I don't want to take too much time in this video. But pretty much not much new, well, besides new Pokemon, but not much anything different from Pokemon X and Y, which I like. But so far, Pokemon Sun and Moon, it looks okay. I'm definitely going to get it. Maybe not right away, but for the most part, not much different from X and Y by comparison. The only thing that I really noticed is the new Pokemon battle, which is pretty much a fatal 4-way where you can attack any Pokemon on the field. I'm pretty sure most people are going to triple team on one person, just to troll them. I can definitely see that happening. But I am still excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon, even though it mostly looks like X and Y. With a Hawaiian setting, which is what they're going for. But last but not least is Sonic Anniversary, 25th anniversary. Now they announced 2 projects. They didn't technically say games, it says projects. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to assume the are both games. Now Sonic and Sonic Boom Fire and Ice has already been announced, ever since last year. It was supposed to come out last year, but they hold it off to make the game better, and I see some gameplays and it looks pretty fine. Mario and Sonic got the Rio's Olympic game. I believe that's out right now. I'm not sure how good that game is. If it got decent ratings, then I'll probably give it a try, but for the most part, I usually stay away from those games. But let's talk about these 2 games. Now, one of the projects could be a movie, which is possible. They Sega has been working on a Sonic movie, and I believe they're teaming up with Sony with that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let's assume that they're both video games. One of them come out in 2016 and the other one in 2017, which they confirm. Now the one in 2016, I'm predicting it's going to be Sonic Generation 2, which will be fine. I really like that game, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to be classic and modern Sonic, doing the singing over again with different stages, maybe some Sonic Boom levels. I don't think they're going to have like a Sonic Boom gameplay, mainly because that game was terrible. Maybe a Sonic Adventure gameplay, that'd be nice, but I keep my finger crossed. And the one for 2017 most likely going to be a Nintendo NX exclusive, since Sega and Nintendo are kind of buddies now, which is pretty strange because there used to be mortal enemies in the 90s, but then again, I'm really used to it by now. What kind of Sonic game? I'm assuming another installment is Sonic Boom, which would be a bad idea. It is maybe a port of I'm speculating on Sonic Generation 2, but most likely a port of that game. But I don't know. I'm hoping for a Sonic Adventure 3 because even though you can debate that Sonic 06 was a spiritual successor to Sonic Adventure 3, it's technically not. Especially when that game doesn't work very well. But I really hope it's I'm hoping it's something good in general. It's Sega's trying to improve on the Sonic franchise. Instead of just rushing it out there to make sure that it's out before holidays. So like a melon out there. They really are taking the time and making sure that the game is great. And I'm sure. Well, I'm going to keep my expectation low, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. Well, maybe not pretty good, but at least passable, better than Mighty Number 9, or at least so I hear how bad that game was. I haven't played it yet, but I'm thinking about getting that. But here's for the best for Sega, finger crossed, and hopefully I don't end up ending my own words by saying that this is going to be a good Sonic game. But that's pretty much it. I may make another video like this, but so far these are the games that I'm most excited for, with the exception of Scalebound. So this is me, Bubba33, and if you like this video, you can do my other videos like Versus Reviews, Retrospectives, Regular Reviews, and Let's Plays, and maybe even more coming soon. So this is me, Bubba33, and I catch you guys later.